This week on Basketball Wives.
You were. I don't need behind her. She doesn't care, bitch.
Don't need it. Bitch, I don't care.
You
Because I
clearly
can throw
do.
the bitches too.
When I saw Brandi tuck her tail.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to we're going to be recapping the new episode of Basketball Wives, Season 12, Episode 10. Let's get right into this. Okay, you guys, this episode was just... it was draining to watch this episode. I mean, it was just so much, but let's get right into it. So it is day 2 of the Hawaii trip, so they're all waking up. Jennifer goes into Brandi's room because she's like, girl, I'm tired. And Brandi's like, what's wrong? Does your back hurt? Jennifer's like, no, my mind hurts. So Jennifer had gone to talk to Jac'Eil last night about this whole situation with Jac'Eil and Chantel. Well, Jac'Eil said to Jennifer, I'm not going to have no conversations about this anymore. And I'm not going to have a conversation with Chantel unless it's on my time. So it could either be on my YouTube or on my talk show. Your talk show? No, Jac'Eil. She did say that. And Jennifer is like, this isn't entertainment. Like, what's going on? And then Brandi's like, yeah, like, we've got nothing to... We really can't do anything to fix this. This is so bad. And, I mean, she is right. They can't fix it, so they shouldn't be trying. But y'all got to give that memo to Brittany and Denise, who keep on trying to... and Evelyn, who keep on trying to bring this stuff up. We then see Chantel. She calls her brother, and she tells him everything that happened the night before and how their mom stored out, blah, blah, blah. As you could imagine, nothing but negative things to say about Jac'Eil. So then the girls get out to begin their activities for the day. Jac'Eil, Denise, Ming, and Jennifer all go as one group. They're asking Jac'Eil, how does she feel about last night? Jac'Eil's like, I'm good. You know, it could have gone better, but yeah. Denise says, do you think you should have stayed? And Jac'Eil's like, no, because I felt like it was going a certain way, and I thought it was just better for me to leave so it wouldn't, become worse. Denise is so annoying. Like, mind your business. So this specific group, they go into a boat. They're doing underwater scootering. Sounds interesting. Jackie's like, I'm drunk. I don't know how to swim, and she's got some phobia. She says that she might die, so she begins to say to them that she's going to take videos. And she says, because we might die, I'm going to send a video to Chantel right now. And then here goes Denise again. Did she unblock you yet? And Jackie's like, oh, I've been unblocked. But hold on, do y'all really actually think I don't love my daughter? And Denise says, well, your actions show otherwise. Jennifer says, I do think that you love her, but there's clearly conflict. Ming says, well, I think you deflect. I think your daughter wants to work things out with you. She said that she's wanted to go to counseling. And that's where Jackie's like, okay, Ming, thank you. Thank you for your input. When I leave a situation, it's because I don't want things to blow up. Ming then gets up and she's like, this is what you do. You leave. And then she starts kind of like dancing, I guess mimicking Jac'Eil leaving. But then they get started on their thing. Jennifer, Denise, and Ming, they do the underwater thing. It actually looked very fun because there were so many beautiful sea creatures and they had these helmets that they would put on, so they got to see everything that was under the water. Jackie didn't go. I get it, but it definitely looked fun. So then the rest of the group, which is Evelyn, Brittany, Brandi, Chantel, and Ty, they spend their day on the beach. It was a very nice beach. Evelyn also wants to take this opportunity to talk to the self-proclaimed Big Three without Denise there to see what they've been saying about her. Their activity is that they're going to get on a canoe, and they all get on it. They row their boat, and then when they get off of it, Brandi says to Evelyn, Jacqueil's going around saying that she will only have a conversation with her daughter on YouTube or on her talk show. And they're both like, what? She wants to make money from this? And then here go Evelyn, I would never do that to my daughter. And then Brandi says, yeah, I'm starting to see why people don't like Jac'Eil. Evelyn then decides to have a side convo with Chantel. So she says to Chantel, listen, I don't know who said what, but I heard that your friends were saying that I might be a mole. Yes, I did talk to Denise, but never to get information on you. Chantel's like, yeah, well, I feel like maybe we should have just talked about it right away. I think it caught us off guard because we really liked you, so we just didn't know. Evelyn's like, yeah, I think Denise might have muddled the waters for sure. Muddied the waters. Chantel's like, it's okay, we're good, I'll let it go. It's okay. And I was just thinking, okay, so Chantel is willing to let it go that Evelyn could possibly have been trying to investigate her, but she was all up in arms because she heard Jac'Eil supposedly called her impressionable. Chantel, what are these double standards? You make no sense. And then Evelyn, it doesn't stop there. She can't bite her tongue. She loved the controversy. So she says, there is also something else. Jac'Eil is going around saying your mom told Jennifer, and then Jennifer told Brandi that she would only talk to you on her YouTube or on her talk show. And then Chantel's like, I'm sorry? And then she asks Brandi, is that really what she said? I'm about to crash out. Chantel then says, this woman is crazy. And she leaves at that beach. And this is the part that got me like, wow. She calls her mother a bitch. I was just like, wow, some people have no fear of God's commandments. I mean, I follow the 5th commandment, okay? But to each their own. So then the ladies are done with their activities. They meet up. Evelyn, Brandi, and Ming, they met up in one of the rooms. Evelyn fills Ming on her chat with Chantel. First about Denise. Ming says that she actually really did like spending time with Denise. When she says that when she spends time with Denise just by herself, she's cool. But when Denise gets with the other two, that's when she'd be acting weird. Which Evelyn agrees. And they also talk about Jac'Eil and how horrible she is, according to them. Their hearts hurt so much, acting like they got the purest hearts on the planet. Yeah, right. So Chantel goes to Jennifer's room. She says, I want to hear it right from the source. What was said? Jennifer says, this is what happened. So after dinner, I went to your mom's room. I said to her to have a conversation with you. She didn't want it to be in front of the group. She said that maybe she would do it on her talk show or on YouTube. Chantel says, oh, so this is salacious to her? This is a salacious story? It's all a moment? The reason I laugh, you guys, is because, number one, for Evelyn and Chantel and Brandi to be like, oh, this is entertainment for Jac'Eil. Okay, so it's entertaining for Jac'Eil to want to do this on her YouTube, but for Chantel, who's doing it on the show, is that not considered entertainment also? First of all. Second of all, the reason I laugh is because I know damn well that Jac'Eil, the reason she said this is because she's trying to put it out there. Her message is clear. She's not going to do this on this platform. That's what she's trying to do. That's what she's trying to say. So that's why I think it's funny that they are all up in arms because of this, but she means we're not going to do this here. That's what she's saying. Jennifer also says to Chantel, I don't want to stir the pot, but she did mention that she has rights to the grandchildren. Whoa. So Jennifer then asks, because Chantel got mad about that, and then she says, is there anything I can do? And Chantel's like, yeah, pick a side. At this point, people are going to have to pick either Team Jac'Eil or me. You keep it classy, but I'm going to take it to hell. And I was just thinking, that is so sad that a daughter has to go around asking people pick a side, me or my mother? Wow. It's later that day, time for dinner. Jac'Eil and Chantel are the last ones they're missing, but Jac'Eil makes it first. Brittany in her confessional says, I don't want to ever share the same air with her. And I was like, Brittany, then leave. Nobody wants you here anyway. Because that air that you don't want to share with her, with Jac'Eil, you suck it right out of the room anyway. So just leave. Anywho, the girls talk about their activities. Denise is like, oh yeah, I had so much fun. Ming then says to Denise, I found you to be very enjoyable just by yourself. And then Evelyn says, Denise, yeah, like if you want to keep it a buck, you are totally a different person when you are just with yourself. And then when you're with Brittany. Denise is like, well, that's just your opinion. And Brandi's like, well, I feel that way too. Evelyn, though, she says that she doesn't want to be too harsh on Denise because she is only 29. So I'm sure she kind of reminds her of her daughter a little bit because she is on the younger side. Chantel is the last one to finally make it. She's like, what did I miss? And then Ming's like, well, I've been fighting with Jac'Eil all day. And Jackie's trying to be funny, so she's like, Ming, why are you gonna tell them what you did to me on the boat when you imitated me and my dancing? And Ming's like, yeah, because you danced out of dinner last night. You have a problem with accountability. And once you hear Chantel's story, it makes everybody want to ride with Chantel. You need to talk to your daughter. And that's when Jackie's like, okay. She turns to Brandi. She's like, I'm leaving. Then when she says this, the two hyenas, Chantel and Brittany, they're just screaming at her like, you're a deadbeat. Get out. We don't want you here anyway. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Again, for a daughter to be tag teaming someone against her mother, you can't make this stuff up. But when Jac'Eil leaves, Ty and Brandi go talk to her. She had gone inside. Jackie says to Brandi, I think I should just talk to Ty. I'm not mad at you, but I'm just done with this whole stuff. Brandi's like, why can't you talk to her? And Jackie's like, I'm done with everyone trying to be involved. I asked them not to, but enough. My husband just won a game. I'm going to go call him right now. I'm good. Bye. Good night. I'm not going to pull y'all out. But goodbye. Back at the dinner table, Chantel and Brittany are still screaming about moms and grandparents' rights. Ty and Brandi make their way back, and then Brittany says, Brandi, so why did you go chase after Jackie? Why? And Brandi's like, okay, so this is what you don't understand. And Brittany's like, yeah, explain it to me like I'm 5. Brandi's like, what? Brittany goes, yeah, explain it to me like I'm 5 years old. Make me understand. And then Brandi's like, okay, I'm not telling you anything. Like, what is this energy? Brittany's like, yeah, you can't tell me because you can't explain it. And then Brandi's like, all I'm trying to do is talk to her mother so that she can have a conversation with her daughter so that they can fix this. But listen, Brandi is tired of Brittany, very understandably. She's like, why is Brittany so obsessed with this situation? Are her and Chantel dating? Or is she like taking out her issues that she's got with her mother on Jackie? Brittany says, well, continue to run after her even though she doesn't even care about you, bitch. Ooh, and then Brandi's like, bitch, don't call me bitch. I can call you bitch right back. It got tense. So that was a lot. Chantel then asks, what are we going to do tomorrow? And Ming says, well, I got this big boat that we're all going to go on. And Chantel's like, yeah, but I ain't getting on no boat with Jackie. Ming says, well, that's not really a problem. Let's all vote. Who y'all trying to hang out with, Chantel or Jackie? And then they go all around the table like a bunch of immature losers. And they're all like, I vote for Chantel. I vote for Chantel. So they're all like, okay, Jackie's not going. These women got some freaking nerve to come on Jackie Christie's platform trying to throw her out. I can't. So it's the next morning, and Ty felt some type of way. She regretted sort of voting to kick Jackie out. She didn't think it was fair. So she goes into Jackie's room, and again, she says, last night I wanted to know why did you leave? And Jackie says, because it's my daughter. I want to keep my family separate from this BS. If it wasn't my daughter, there isn't a bitch alive that would make me leave a table. But it is. And I agree with Jackie. And that's how I know Jackie loved her daughter. Because if it wasn't, Jackie, she would have slapped. The way Chantel's been talking to Jackie, if Jackie didn't love her, it's about damn time she would have already been slapped across the face. Like, I'm just saying. But Ty says, oh, okay, well, Ming invited us all to the boat. You should come. Which I thought was very nice for Ty to go invite her. She's like, you can't miss out. Come join us. And Jackie's like, okay, do me a favor. If I go and if anyone brings up this issue, will you shut it down? And Ty's like, you got a deal. So I guess VH1 is sort of on a budget. They didn't go on a yacht. They go on a catamaran instead. On their way there, Brandi, Evelyn, and Ming, they were riding together on the same vehicle, and Ming says to Brandi, like, what was up with Brittany calling you a bitch last night? None of them thought it was cool. Evelyn says, well, it had been said that, this whole spiritual journey that she's supposedly on was really all because of Kevin Gates, who she was dating, who is a Muslim as well. So now they're thinking maybe this girl literally changed herself because of a man, because how you claiming to be on a religious journey, but you've literally not changed anything about yourself except what you're wearing. So then all the cars meet up, and you can already imagine everyone's surprise when they saw Jackie. They're all like, what? Didn't we agree not she was going to come? They were all flabbergasted. But they all did get on the vote. They got drinks. Jac'Eil got seasick, so she had to go lay down somewhere away from all of them, which I guess turned out well for some of the others because they didn't want to be around her anyway. Ming is asking Ty, how'd Jac'Eil get here? Did you invite her? Ty says, well, I went to go talk to her. I asked her, like, why she keeps leaving. Ming's like, did you invite her or not? And Ty's like, yeah, I did. So Chantel's very angry. She says, oh, Ty, so you're responsible for this, and you rode in the same car as her? Okay. The boat ride was pretty smooth, then nothing crazy happened. Then after they got off of it, Chantel's little baby, remember she was looking for an agent and stuff, like to, have him do little photo shoots and modeling? Well, he's here because they're doing some pics of the baby in Hawaii, which I thought was really cute. So then, after she's done doing that, she talks to Ty. She says, I thought we were on the same boat. I thought we had a bond. I thought it was genuine. Like, why would you invite her? Did she work her magic on you too? And Ty says, well, look, Ming invited us all here to come to this trip, and are we really going to let her be all there all by herself, all alone? And Chantel's like, yes, she deserves it. And I thought that was honestly, you guys, I thought, damn, you got to be pretty... Like, you gotta have some evilness inside of you to be like, yeah, someone deserves it. Your mother, like, I just can't wrap my hand around it. I know I said it 1,000 times already, but damn. But anywho, she says to Ty, she's gonna use you, she's gonna do this to you, she's gonna do that. Watch the company you keep. So it's much later, and it's time for the dinner. Chantel tells everyone about her baby's photo shoot. Jennifer then has a slumber party that she's gonna throw later tonight. Because Jac'Eil had told her, I've missed too many dinners. Why don't you do a little slumber party? So that's what they're going to do. Chantel gets mad about this again. I can't. She's like, are we doing this? Are we sweeping things under the rug? So Ming says, well, people have been going in on each other, throwing jabs, calling each other names, and we've swept that under the rug. So why not continue to do it and just coexist? So then Evelyn's like, oh, is that what you two are doing? She's talking about Ty and Ming. And... the group is like, it looks like y'all don't even know what y'all want to do. And Ming says, oh no, we do know. We know that we don't want to be together anymore. And Ty's like, well, yeah, but that was because she's in a relationship now. Ming says, yeah, I'm dating someone, but being in a relationship and dating someone is two very different things. What's the problem? Ty says, well, you're not being honest. You said to them that you were in a relationship. Ming's like, well, prove it. If I'm in a relationship, then prove it. And then Ty's like, well, then show them what's on your arm. Show them. Apparently, Ming has a tattoo of someone who she's dating, I guess. Brandi asks Ty, are you mad that she has a boyfriend? Ty says, I'm not mad. I'm just about that. I'm mad that she wasn't honest. If she would have told me that she was still going to be dating guys, I wouldn't even have wanted to go out with her from the very beginning. It wouldn't have been an issue. She should have just been honest. Ming says, well, then stop blowing up my phone then. You're going to come back begging me to talk to you. And Ty says, well, I already stopped. Oof, that was intense. That felt very real. I think they're both good people. I think they just have issues with relationships. I think there's a lot of, like, jealousy and, like, toxicity, and they gotta work some of that stuff out. So, Brittany's very quiet. She came into this dinner covered all the way. Brandi then asks her, why are you so quiet? And Brittany's like, well, I'm done talking. Brandi's like, well, I do want to ask you, so, you've been very open about your spiritual journey. In this journey, though, why do you feel like it's okay to call me out my name? And Brittany was acting like a total weirdo, and she's like, I don't owe you clarity. I don't owe you clarity. And then Ming says, you don't want to explain it to her, but I do feel like you owe her an apology. And then Brittany begins to say something in Arabic. She mentions God in the Arabic language, and she says, you're not getting an apology. God is working on all of us. And then Brandi's like, oh yeah, God's been working on me with you. Like, you pick and choose when you want to be healed. Denise then interjects, and she's like, I have a question. When she's asking for clarity, why did you deny it? And Brandi's like, I'm talking to her right now. And Denise is like, well, I'm talking to you. And that's where Evelyn jumps in, and she's like, shut the F up. We're tired of you. You want to be in every conversation and stir the pot. Get the F out of it. Okay, Evelyn, I'm glad you shut her up. Because, like, she needed to. Denise says, well, Ming just jumped in. And Ming's like, yeah, I jumped in because she owes her an apology for calling her a bitch. Like, that's not okay. But Brittany, Denise, and Chantel sort of team up and basically all have Brittany's back and saying that she doesn't owe Brandi an apology. So at that point, Ming, she's had it. So she just walks out of dinner. And that was the end of the episode. And then, you guys, they showed the promo for next week. The little, like, next week. What's going to happen next week. And this is going to get ugly. We do see a clip of Chantel pushing Jac'Eil, and Jackie's had enough of it, and she slaps the hell out of her. That's going to be intense, but it's already intense. I don't like this. Chantel is disrespectful as hell. I'm sorry. I can't take it no more. And I also can't take this Brittany girl. If the rumors are true, if she was going out, because I have been trying to be very respectful, and if y'all have been hearing my recaps, it's been 10 episodes or however many it's been. I've never questioned or anything her alleged journey, but now that we know what we know, seeing the way she acts, if it is true that she's been out here cosplaying a whole religion, then shame on her. She's despicable. But anyway, you guys, let me know what your thoughts were about this episode. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.